here at the Toronto Pro Super Show, we have just wrapped up the women's physique finals, and we've got our second place winner for yet the second year in a row. Yes, number 2, CeaAnna Kerr. Congratulations.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. It feels great. Can't believe it. Second year in a row. Almost first, but didn't make it.
What do you think you needed to do to pull up, just to reach right above Tony? Because this morning they were turning you back and forth, switching the spots and rotating you to the back. And I told you there's a question in that moment of truth to think, okay, can you throw Tony? So what do you think you need to get the edge on her?
Probably still a little more width. I mean, I worked really hard. Last year I had a really good off season, and I really worked hard on my back and my shoulders to try and bring my V-taper and shoulders up. I knew I had to, so probably just a little bit more on that. So, but I'm happy.
You're ecstatic. And tell us about the inspiration for your routine, because I think that's a lot of times the girls are like, oh, I don't want to do the routine for physique, but it's actually accenting the whole division. So tell us about your routine.
Actually, I went to IFBB Pro Michelle Brent. She was awesome. So she choreographed my routine, which was great, because I couldn't wrap my head around a routine because actually my father passed away a couple months ago into my prep. So it was really hard to go through that mentally and to watch, him pass away. So I called her up, and I knew she did routines, and she's like, yeah, I can help you out. And she was amazing, absolutely amazing. Anybody wants a routine, Michelle Brent, she's amazing. So I'm so happy I went to her, and it was great. She sends you your routine, and you do it, and I'm really happy. So routines to me are nothing. I mean, I like doing it. It's fun.
Well, there is a sense of comfort, definitely, you can see when you're on stage. Your presentation this morning was flawless. You were dry. And it's great that you could display that athletic tone physique, but still encapsulate your muscle as well, because often we're so busy hiding it. Now it allows you to spread your wings with that.
And also, you want to stay feminine. That's the whole look, too, is that you want to keep the femininity. So, I mean, I like it. I think physique's a beautiful thing that they brought into IFBB, and especially for those of us in figure and fitness that come from that, and they kept telling us we're too big, especially in figure. Now we have a home to go to. So it's great. I'm glad IFBB brought physique in.
I agree. You actually have a home, and you're allowed to train now like you want to train.
Perfect, because in figure, it was like couldn't train, and it gets almost depressing because you spend how many years training, and all of a sudden you're told not to train. I mean, it gets like mentally, it's like mental anguish. You're just like, well, you want to go to the gym and train, and it's like you can't. So now it's like, yeah, I can give her. So.
That's great. Did you want to thank anyone else? Because you know that obviously to come to the stage is a great team of people have to be behind you.
My husband, my #1 fan, love you so much. He's been awesome. He's my support. He really keeps my head into it, and he's helped me with everything, especially this whole prep with the passing of my father. My husband was right there, and I want to thank him. I love him so much. I have so many friends out there and family that have been amazing, and even a lot of my coworkers for the support. So all the support from all of you out there, thank you so much.
Well, that's wonderful. And I want to do a couple quick facts with you, because people want to know about CeaAnna and what you do outside of the stage. What is on your bucket list?
What's on my bucket list? Boy, I don't even know what's on my bucket list. What do I want to do? I don't know. It's a hard question when you've been dieting. It's like
she's just thinking food right now, that's all. How about who are your biggest role models?
My biggest role models? Wow. Actually, I have a very good friend of mine. I love Candice Keene, IFBB Pro Figure. She's one of my role models. And actually, Karina and Juliana, I really look up to them right now in physique. So, wow, there's just so many amazing people. It's just, you look up to so many. And when you're on stage, even when you're backstage, like I was saying in the last interview, you look at everybody, you're like, wow, everybody looks so good. You're like, how are they going to pick? Because everybody brings it, and you're just like, you're all eyeballing each other, and you're like, shit, she looks good, and you're, but in the end, we all know it's a judge sport, and it's out of our hands, but everybody looks great.
So you've got the points now. You may not have qualified for the Olympia, but you've got the great points behind you. Are we going to be heading for another stage in Tampa?
Either Tampa or Dallas. That's what I'm thinking, so.
Well, you made it 2 for 2. Let's make it a first place at least sometime this year. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you. This is Nancy Nino for the Toronto Pro Super Show.